and welcome into Getting Help from Uncle Sam. You know, in the state of Alabama, we are blessed with natural resources, great agriculture, great forestry. Actually, we could be a state and live on our own. And of course, one of the things that makes things happen in this state is the Department of Agriculture and Industries. The commissioner, Rick Pate, you're with us today. And Rick, it's hard to believe that, 4 years ago you were running for the office. We did interviews. Bingo, it's up again.
Yeah, it is amazing that much time's gone by. Of course, still got a year and a half in this term, but yeah, you obviously you can have begun to be able to fundraise and campaign a little bit, but yeah, basically I'm just continuing to work and let that be my campaign.
Well, and you've done a great job. And of course, the big thing about it, you say you got a year and a half. We almost had a lost year, didn't we? The COVID year. We want to call it the COVID year because everything was up in the air. It affected your department pretty heavy, didn't it?
Well,
you had to be on your toes.
Well, it's almost like two different terms. That first year was me getting out, meeting people, going to organizations, and them getting to know me, and me getting to know them. And then the second year, when whatever it was, March, when Homeland Security came out with the directive that to protect the entire food supply chain, and that being critical infrastructure, it certainly changed our roads. And so obviously people noticed some challenges in grocery stores from time to time, whether it was originally toilet paper, and then got to be a little bit of beef and then a little bit of poultry. So we just had to stay out front telling people, and I told our staff, we knew that during COVID our food was safer than it's probably ever been. We had really no issues in Alabama and really in America with food safety during COVID. It was abundant. I kept it, the system's just not made for people to buy 40% more. We don't have 40% more warehouse, 40% more trucking. It's all we can do. And so people can say, well, they were just buying normal, but we know now, looking back, that people were way overbuying. And then, of course, we had a couple little bumps where we got some COVID in some of the meat packing in the Midwest, and then we got a little bit of COVID in some of our poultry processing here. But it was really just a temporary thing. We had absolutely plenty of beef, plenty of poultry. It was just a matter of the supply chain working, and so we kept telling people our food's safe, it's abundant, and it's sustainable. And I must have told that 100 times to reporters and people called, you can empty that grocery store, we'll refill it next week, we'll refill it next month, we'll refill it 2 years ago. America certainly has some things that we'd run out of Q-tips for things like that, but we wouldn't run out of food. We could feed our people, and so you just didn't want, because the more people got excited, the more they overbought. And so we were trying to do, you couldn't even buy a used freezer or refrigerator in Montgomery.
Panic buying.
Yeah.
Panic. You think everything's in a panic, and of course, we're very fortunate in Alabama. We're a great exporting state for agriculture, aren't we?
Yeah, we absolutely are. And as a country, it's one of our biggest, export markets that helps with the trade imbalance. Yeah, so we're, really people don't realize the miracle that's American agriculture. And you probably remember, and I do, back in the late 60s, early 70s, the world was going to be too populated. We couldn't feed everybody.
Yeah.
But now we're really a nation of abundance. And so we've got healthy, sufficient quantities of food, and looking for markets. There's really, other than trade issues, there's no reason we shouldn't be able to feed everybody in the world, and we keep getting more efficient. We're producing more on less land, more with less inputs, more with fewer pesticides. Everywhere I go now, people talk soil health, sustainability, so that's really where the whole industry's going.
That's the new buzzword out there.
Right.
We want to try to eat healthy, but we have to be concerned about what's going on the products.
Well, and that the soil, you return the soil better a generation later to your children, and so they can produce crops. 100 years ago, we just didn't know what we know now, and
we didn't rotate as much.
Well, and we didn't plant cover crops. We didn't do a lot of things. We didn't do the no-tilling, and we just had a lot more erosion. But anyway, I just we hadn't done the best job at sometimes of telling our message and promoting how safe our food is and how healthy. And you know, we've seen just a tremendous upswing in the demand for local food. I mean, we were smart and lucky in that we created that Sweet Grown Alabama along with other stakeholders a year before COVID hit, and that just turned into a godsend because everybody was looking for local vegetables, local fruits, and we could identify where those are, and even local beef and chicken. And so we're trying to make sure, you know, people want that Alabama farmer can fill that niche.
Well, thank you for the job you've done, and we know we're going to be seeing more of you as we get closer to the election. And just remember this, your Department of Agriculture is here to serve you, and they're making sure that you eat healthy and stay healthy. We'll be right back right after this.